Hi everyone, my name is Garima and welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to share how Salesforce Einstein Trust Layer actually works. So whenever we want to interact with the GenAI tool, it's as simple as writing a prompt and getting an appropriate response. And if you're talking about an enterprise setting where Salesforce is used for customer interaction, those customer interactions make the prompt really rich and you can give that to an LLM model to get a really good response. Let's take this example. I want to write a message to our customer telling them about a $100 voucher that I want to give as a goodwill gesture after the scheduled delivery of their latest purchase product got delayed. I can go to ChatGPT and start with saying, hey, there's a customer whose name is Shyama and she lives in 101 Goldsworth Road, New York, followed by more context. You see, there are two problems here. One is that I've given personal information like name and address to an LLM model. And second, that LLM model is going to store that information. So the information that should have been staying only in Salesforce or an authorized source is now going to an external data system. So what is the solution? The solution is Salesforce Einstein Trust Layer. Einstein Trust Layer gives the benefits of using LLM models along with making sure that the data is safe and secure. So whenever a prompt is created for an LLM model, before it actually reaches the LLM model, it goes through a series of necessary steps that is called as a prompt journey. And when the response from the LLM is generated, the response goes through a series of events before it actually reaches the Salesforce database. This process is called response journey. And all of this is done as part of the Einstein Trust Layer. Let's take a deeper look at this. You see on the left box for CRM apps, which is the source of information to create a prompt. Going back to the same example we used earlier, the prompt looks something like this. The first step in the prompt journey or the before generation phase is secure data retrieval and ground. If the prompt has merge fields like the one we used in this example, it will take the page context and it will fetch the relevant details from the Salesforce objects, contact in this case. Dynamic grounding is how you're able to bring business logic into the transaction itself. So for example, if that prompt requires you to go out and pull data from Flow or Data Cloud, you can bring that additional context to enrich the prompt. The next step is data masking. So if you remember, the first issue that we discussed in the beginning of the video was that PII information or personal information was getting fed to an LLM model. Data masking identifies all PII information and masks it. This is to make sure that no PII information stays in the prompt. For example, the PII attributes in the prompt, the customer name and address will be replaced by person 0 and address 0. Data masking is followed by data defense, which helps to decrease the likelihood of the LLM generating something unintended or harmful response by adhering to system policies. System policies are a set of instructions for an LLM model to behave in a certain manner to build trust with the user. For example, we can instruct the LLM model to not address content or generate answers that it doesn't have information about. System policies are one way to defend against jailbreaking and prompt injection attacks. See this instruction as an example. The LLM model is specifically instructed to not add content or generate answers if it is unsure of the validity of the response. Now, once all of these steps are completed, the prompt is ready to go to the LLM gateway. The gateway manages interactions with different model providers and represents a unified and secure way to communicate with multiple LLMs. The gateway and model providers use TLS encryption to make sure that the data is secure during transit. There can be three types of LLM models. One, hosted models in Salesforce Trust Boundary. Number two, bring your own model, which is hosted on enterprise-owned infrastructure. And number three, external models which share boundaries. Example, one really important point is that Salesforce has zero data retention policy with these external model providers such as OpenAI. So the data is never getting stored in these external model providers. In addition to this, the prompt is also deleted after the response is generated. If you're curious to know how LLMs generate responses, watch this video I made earlier. You can find it on the I button or get the link in the description. Now, after the response has been generated by the LLM model, the response goes through a variety of steps as part of the response journey or after generation phase. First one is toxicity detection, where the response is scanned for any type of toxic words. The detection process includes a toxicity confidence score, which reflects the probability of any harmful or inappropriate content in the response. Then comes data demasking. The placeholders created for masked data are now replaced back by the actual data. The relationship between the original entities and their respective placeholders is used to rehydrate the response so that it is useful and meaningful. You can see the masked data attributes are now replaced by real, meaningful meaningful data attribute. The response can also include citations. Citations link the AI-generated response to the original source from where the response was generated. You can use citations to see what information was being used by the LLM model to generate the response and verify the validity of the source data. Citations help you identify any potential inaccuracies or hallucinations in the generated response, increasing your confidence in using this AI tool. Then comes feedback and audit. When a response is presented to Salesforce, you can either accept it, reject it, or modify it. You can also provide explicit feedback, which is captured as part of the audit and feedback data in the audit trail and stored in Data Cloud. This is helpful to retrain the model if required. Audit trail also includes the original prompt, masked prompt, scores logged during toxicity detection, the original output from the LLM, and the demasked output. Once all of this is done, then the data reaches back into the CRM. Hopefully this video helped you understand how Einstein Trust Layer works. If you want to deepen your knowledge in AI but you're low on budget, watch this video I made earlier on 4 free courses from NVIDIA to speed up your AI learning journey. If you like my content, please hit the subscribe button. It helps a lot, and put a comment for any questions. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care and bye-bye.